Hello everyone, it's MamaMiaLove for Minutes of Miracles. Recently, after hearing about the shooting in Aurora, Colorado, I was horrified. Anyway, that pain was still there in my heart, and even though I gave it to God and I prayed about it, that I was just focusing on the violence in the world. And that's all I kept seeing, and it just was feeding darkness into me. The night that I went to bed fitfully and just so worried about the world, but this was hurting my faith, because I felt like hope for a better tomorrow, a better world, was just draining from me. Anyway, I went to sleep that night and had a dream, and this dream was about my husband and I climbing a mountain, and as the mountain became steeper, I started breathing more heavily. And I didn't feel my husband's presence behind me anymore. I felt like I was climbing the mountain alone. Very dangerous when we separate ourselves from others and not let them help us. And then it started to actually go over my head, which is impossible because I didn't have any special tools. And a voice said, and I'm going to put grease on the rock now. Now how are you going to do it? I didn't know where the voice came from. Well, I woke up kind of panting, like I was still coming out of the dream, or still on that mountain, and I was terrified, and I got up and went into the living room, and literally I collapsed. My grandson happened to be over, and he said, "Grandma, what's the matter?" And I told him about my dream. He says, "Wow, Grandma, you know what? Now you really have to go see The Dark Knight Rises, the movie about Batman." I says, Batman, Bruce Wayne has found himself in a prison and he can't get out, and the only way out is up this rocky formation of a kind of a tunnel that goes straight up. And I just gasped when I saw this part of the movie. Now I knew what my grandson was talking about, because he said the movie was very spiritual. Well, anyway, I'm watching Batman trying to climb up these rocks, and he finally makes it, but he fell several times, just like I was doing in the dream, falling back. But see, he didn't give up, because someone in the prison told him, it's not about your strength, you doing it on your own. And here's the metaphor God was showing me. He was showing me that I had lost hope. And hope is like, it's like I'm a tree. And hope, if you lose hope, you don't have roots. And the wind will blow you over. And if you don't have hope, you can't have faith, which would be like the trunk. And then love would be the branches. And all the other spiritual fruit that come from that, peace and kindness and generosity and patience. There's wonderful scriptures in the Bible that says that without a vision, people perish. About your emotional health and who you are. You know, it's not what you do, it's about being. And I wasn't being and living in a spirit of hope. I was losing it because of all the darkness and the violence. We are helpless to a certain degree without each other, without love, and without faith, and without hope we are. But with hope, with the roots, we become firm. And then we have faith in God, faith in each other, that we can bless each other and encourage each other. Otherwise, our trees will topple over and will fall. And so just allowing that spirit of hope that comes from God, the Creator, and then allowing that spirit, that gift of faith that comes from God, the Creator, and then allowing His agape love, the love that, and the peace that passes all understanding. We cannot conjure this up. And then when I went home, I didn't think it could get any better after I saw the movie, but God wanted to drive in another point. I was getting ready to go to bed, and I picked up a jar of cream, and I looked at it, and it said, hope, leads to faith, and faith leads to miracles. You don't get hopeless. Hold on. Believing in joy and kindness and generosity. These things are truisms. These are real. These are touchable. Whereas when you try to do something, if you fail, you get hopeless. Why? Because hope is still there. I believe in the sun, even when it isn't shining. I believe in love when there's no one there, and I believe in God even when He's silent. I just bless you today, and I just thank you for allowing me to share this story, this true story that happened to me. Well, thank you so much for joining me on Minutes of Miracles. And until next time, this is Mama Mia Love.
For the hopeless, prayers for liberty. Blind eyes will be open, and good news for all eternity. So you think you know the future, 'cause darkness is all you see. For courage is made perfect in weakness, and fear your only enemy. No, you're never alone. You are never alone. You're surrounded by a cloud of witnesses, cheering you on from heaven's gates. You'll have hope amidst hopelessness. No rope for the climb, despair is almost won. No friends at your side, light is almost gone. No breath in your chest, faced with only fear. Then comes deep within, victory's almost here. Courage without being courageous. Hope without guarantee. Only a humble trust in God, like a child at his father's knee. No, you're never alone, never alone. You're surrounded by a cloud of witnesses, cheering you on from heaven's gates. You'll have hope amidst hopelessness. No rope for the climb, despair is almost won. No friends at your side, light is almost gone. No breath in your chest, faced with only fear. Then comes deep within, victory's almost here. Courage without being courageous. Hope without guarantee. Only a humble trust in God, like a child at his father's knee. No, you're never alone, never alone. You're surrounded by a cloud of witnesses.